Good afternoon, moms and dads of our Facebook community. Kumusta po kayo ngayong hapon na ito? I'm Ana Gonzalez, the social media editor of smartparenting.com.ph. Welcome to our celebrity chat. This is our very first episode na chikahan with our celebrity moms. We're excited that we are doing this series live for the first time here on Facebook. Before we introduce our celebrity mom for today, we hope you would share the stream. Yan, medyo dumadami na po ang tao dito sa loob. Please share the stream and hold watch parties with us because we're very sure this is going to be an informative and exciting chismisan. Yan. Let me just take this opportunity first to invite you to our upcoming webinar entitled The New Normal in Pregnancy and Childbirth. Sa August 20 na po ito at 5 p.m. Ito po yung part 2 na naganap na webinar natin last week. If you weren't able to join that, you can still ask Dr. Maynila questions. We will have also another guest then, a doula. So mas marami po tayong matututunan. It's free. You don't need to pay for anything. Just need to pre-register. Go to smartparenting.com.ph/online-events. Nakapin na po ata to, yes. So it's already pinned on the comment section. If you want to join, please just register there. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at smartparenting.com.ph. Follow us on Instagram at smartparenting. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel para po updated kayo sa lahat ng mga upcoming events namin. Siyempre, special shout out sa aming viewers today, 1.7 million fans here on Facebook. Maraming salamat po. And syempre, hindi namin palalampasin ang pagkakataon na ito na i-shout out ang aming members ng Smart Parenting Village. 64,000 members and counting. If you're not yet a member, please join now. Sarah Palma says hello. Okay. Tama na po ang shameless plug. Let's welcome our special guest for today. Excited na po ba kayo? She is one of the most beautiful actresses in showbiz. She showed us that buntis is sexy. Nagkakabulol na po tayo sa sobrang excitement when she did those gorgeous photos for preview last June. This super hot mama is not only super hot, but she's also super strong after she did a water birth at home. She's here to share her birthing story, plus how life is as a new mom to Sky Anakin. Let's all welcome Miss Max Collins. Hello po!
Hi, Anna. Thank you so much for that plug. For that, sobrang ganda talaga ng intro mo sa akin. Thank you. And thank you to everyone listening now. And also, I really want to thank Smart Parenting for allowing me to share my birthing story with all of you guys.
Sobrang dami pong moms are excited to understand and learn kung paano nyo po nagawa yung water birth nyo at home. So if you have questions for Max, please use our comment section. I think, ayan, meron na tayong mga ilang mga hindi pa tayo nagsisimula ay mainit-init na po ang questions dyan. Kumusta naman po tayo today? Okay.
Ako, sorry, nag-hang minsan yung internet ko, guys. Hindi pa ako sanay sa new normal natin. But, so far, wala pa akong tulog. Ganun talaga ang buhay na, buhay bagong mother, di ba? Because I'm always up during the wee hours to feed my baby. So, medyo kulang po ako sa tulog. But I really am so thankful to be here and excited to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you. So, parang nag-violent reaction po yung kulang po kayo sa tulog niyan.
Oh my gosh! Naka-ring light po ako and makeup, so I can do wonders, guys.
Sana maampunan. Ayan. Let's imagine how lucky we feel that you're here with us today. Guys, mag-comment na po para maampunan ng kagandahan at freshness.
Ay, wow. Thank you.
We want to start po this show with that moment na naisip nyo na kailangan nyo pong baguhin ang inyong birthing plan. Kasi giving birth ngayong pandemic, marami po siyang kaakibat na pagbabago sa protocols. Hindi po katulad ng dati, you just go to the hospital and then you just schedule a stay in sa hospital. Now there are a lot of things to consider. Do you remember that moment when you said, I think I need to change my birth plan?
Yes, that moment happened for me when I just got back from Australia. I was in Australia for vacation, and then nag-lockdown. So that's the time na sabi ko, wow, parang nakakatakot na to. I don't want to expose myself to hospitals as much as possible. And I remembered there was a workshop that I attended, a parenting workshop by Jenica Garcia years ago. And I remember nagkwento siya about her birthing experience sa bahay, water birth. And sabi ko nung time na yun, sabi ko, hindi ko talaga gagawin yun kahit kailan. So it's so ironic that naalala ko yon that time when the lockdown happened, and I contacted her and asked for her team. And yeah, yun talaga yung time na sinabi ko, kailangan ko maghanap ng ibang options kasi hindi ako comfortable sa hospital.
What made you decide to go for a water birth at home? Was it a firm decision right away, or were there times na after you decided for a water birth, you wanted to change your mind?
The time I made the firm decision talaga na mag-water birth ako at home was when um, the the ruling came na, or nung nangyari yung parang hindi ka na pwedeng magsama ng ibang tao sa delivery room with you. When that was in place na, that's when I decided parang hindi ko kayang manganak mag-isa. Kailangan ko talaga ng support from my family, from my husband, from my doula. So that's when I firmly decided that I really wanted to have birth at home.
So many moms nga po today find it really, really scary na mga anak sila mag-isa. To the extent na they always ask us, saan po bang hospitals yung sure na papayagan po ako na kasama ko po si hubby?
Yeah.
So, Miss Max, you previously mentioned your OB gave you her go signal. Meron po ba siya mga binigay na conditions? Did you have to meet a certain or any requirements before she said na, yes, go ahead, you can do water birth?
Well, for one, I'm not high risk. My pregnancy isn't high risk, and I've been healthy so far. So, the only time I wasn't able to visit my OB sa hospital was siguro last term ko na. So that's when I had an OB come to my house and check me up, and I sent all of the um, I sent everything to my OB, and she said na I'm healthy, so I'll be able to push through with the water birth, because it really isn't for everyone talaga. It depends on your the positioning of the baby. It depends on kung high risk ka o hindi. So yeah, and okay niya, and that's why I pushed through with it.
It's very helpful po. Most moms wonder, or they just say na, oh, okay, I'll choose water birth na lang. Kasi ito yung gusto ko for now. So, we'll point that out later kung ano yung mga kailangan po nating i-consider before we decide to do water birth. In your case po, Ms. Max, what were there preparations that were unique po that you had to do for a water birth?
Well, I took classes. I took online classes about gentle birth. So if anyone there would like to take, anyone listening would like to take those classes, you can follow Irina_Tula on Instagram. She has an upcoming gentle birth class, and also sa birthing beginnings, I also took a Lamaze class. So those really help prepare me, like for my breathing, for how to handle the pain, sa positioning, kasi syempre when you're giving birth at home, you're free to move. You don't have to be restricted to nakahiga ka lang sa kama, di ba? So you really have to find the position that is good for you, that will work for you at that time. So what I did was really educate myself. I really want to stress that na kailangan educate mo yung sarili mo, because if not, syempre nandun yung fear kasi hindi ka well prepared. So what I did was I watched documentaries about gentle birth. I also watched positive birthing stories on YouTube about gentle birth and having water births. And I just did all the research I could. And also I tried to take care of my health, physically, um, and and eat healthy. So physically, I took prenatal Pilates, but you can do yoga at home, stretching. It doesn't have to be Pilates. Just make sure that you are fit and healthy. But most of all, um, you really have to mentally prepare yourself, I think, because it's really a mental game. Diba yung pain? You're talking to yourself the whole time about how am I gonna get through this, and you have to be um, decided talaga. You have to be sure about your decision if you're going to give birth at home. Another preparation also would be a backup plan. Siyempre, hindi naman lahat na susunod sa plano, di ba? So we have to be flexible with our birthing plan and have a backup plan. So like my midwife made sure that there's an OB-GYN in a nearby hospital near our house. And so if anything goes wrong, God forbid, that I'd be able to be rushed to the hospital and taken good care of.
That's a very good advice to have a backup plan and be flexible since hindi po lahat ay within your control.
Yes.
Meron po tayong secret, parang may secret admirer po kayo sa comment section. Nagsisimula po sa letter P.
Ay, nakikinig ba siya? Okay ba? Tama ba yung mga sagot ko?
Si Miss Max, ng saglit. Ayan.
Hello to my husband.
So if you've just tuned in, makikita niyo po sa comment section ang tamis, kaunting tamis. If you just tuned in, we're talking to Miss Max Collins who is sharing with us her birthing experience. Sobrang inspiring ng birthing plan niyo po, Miss Max, especially po para sa mga pregnant moms ngayon. Lalo na po yung mga hindi pa po nakakapag-desisyon kung paano po ba gagawin nila sa panganganak. Ayan, meron na ba tayong mga questions? Meron na po mga nagko-comment. Just let us know if you have any. Put it in the comment section below. Ayan. Let's see. Ito po yung isa, Miss Max.
Yes.
How far along was she or were you when you decided to do water birth?
6 months. I was 6 months when I decided.
Doon na din po kayo nag-start na magbasa and manood ng mga documentaries.
Yes. So I had 3 months to prepare.
Okay. Ako, sa mukhang may nagbabalak ng mga mommies din dito. Oh, they're saying, good job. Thank you for sharing, Miss Max. You look so beautiful this afternoon.
Thank you. I try my best. We all do.
Ito po yung isa. May age limit daw po ba ang water birth? At meron pa rin po bang ibinigay sa inyo na pangpawala ng pain?
Wala po. As in, gamot free. So, in-endure ko talaga yung pain. But regarding age, I think I'm not sure about the age limit, but I know kahit na older ka, pwede naman because I've watched a lot of positive, successful birth stories with older women, I think around in their 40s na nanganak naturally. And also, remember, sorry, I just want to let everyone know, remember that we're made to do this naman talaga. We're made na manganak, diba? It's more of a leisure or parang we're just swerte lang tayo na may mga gamot tayo na pampawala ng sakit, diba? But actually, we can all do it. I mean, most of us anyway. So if you really educate yourself talaga, makikita mo na it's not as scary as it seems.
Sobrang ganda po.
Thank you. Pero painful siya. Hindi ko sinasabi hindi siya painful. Kailangan, very prepared kayo dun na masakit siya.
That was from Mommy Edna po of the Smart Parenting Village. I think more than anything, natatakot din po sila dun sa pain and kung paano po siya i-handle. Sabi po ni Mommy Rachel ng SP Village, can you please describe the labor pain that you felt? Tapos ano po yung nakatulong sa inyo to deal with the pain? Since wala po pala kayong any medication.
Okay, so an important thing to know is that syempre when you're relaxed or you're in a relaxed environment, your cervix opens up more or you will open up easily because you're relaxed, diba? That's also why I decided to give birth at home because sabi ko parang yung environment mas relaxing for me kaysa pupunta ako sa hospital and have anxiety about the COVID situation and then wala pa akong kasama, feeling ko hindi talaga ako mag-open up, diba? I'll just be like clenched the whole time and I have to be um, given medicines just to open up. So that's what helped me. I mean, that's also another thing to consider. And also, when you're at home kasi, when you deal with your pain, pwede kang mag-ingay, pwede kang sumigaw, pwede kang mag-crawl, you can change positions, go to the bathroom, magtago. Yun yung ginawa ko eh. Nagtago ako sa closet, sa banyo, sa everywhere that I felt comfortable at the time. And you're allowed to do that. So that's one way of dealing with your pain. You're able to move around freely. Um, and another thing is, pangontra talaga sa sakit is massage. So most of the whole time, actually, in between contractions, my husband was, during contractions, my husband was massaging my tailbone, my lower back, and so was my doula. She would also give me peppermint oil to smell to sort of deal with the pain. And ayun, a lot of moral support. You can do this, kaya mo yan. And I really tried to be positive and not say anything negative. Kahit sumisigaw po ako noon, I tried my best not to. Hindi po ako nagmura, which is amazing. And like I tried not to say hindi ko na kaya because I think that will really affect your brain and you'll think na sige, diretso niyo na lang ako sa ospital, magpapa-CS na lang ako. You know what I mean? You have to really be positive about it. Um, and to answer that question about, to describe the pain, it's really excruciating, grabe. But then again, iba-iba po tayo. Hindi tayo same. You know, some people have it good, have it easy. Some people like me, it wasn't easy. It was very painful. But it was worth it naman. Kasi after, syempre, iba talaga yung endorphin rush that comes in when your baby comes out.
Sobrang gandang accomplishment din po yun. Miss Max, I would just want to read first some of the comments from our viewers. This is from April Marian Gatbunton. Hi Max, ever since it's my dream to have a water birth. Thank you for being an inspiration and our motivation. Currently on my 6th month and praying to have water birth also.
Oh, exciting. Exciting. Go for it. It's actually, you know what's also nice too, is that there are nice things to look forward to. Like, di ba sa kwarto mo, you can make it spa-like. That's what I try to do with candles and flowers and just a nice environment because it's a beautiful thing. It should be celebrated. It shouldn't be scary, you know, at the end of the day. Um, Try to enjoy the process and the preparation.
It's also very uplifting po what you said na this is what we're actually made to do this. Kaya talaga natin to. Sobrang empowering po nun sa mga nanay natin. Thank you for
Ano?
sharing, Miss Max. Watching from Quezon City. Hello, Mommy Precious. I hope Miss
Hi,
Max
Mommy
is
Princess.
inspiring you ngayon. Go ahead po.
I thank you. Sorry. In relation to what you said, is that we're made to do this. It's really a privilege lang naman to give birth sa hospital, di ba? Kasi there are a lot of people who give birth um, outside of the hospital na walang gamot talaga. It's very common. It's just a misconception that we really need medication to go through it because we're so used to it socially. But then again, our great grandmothers, syempre, malamang they gave birth naturally, and um, it's something to be proud of and empower ourselves because we're women, we were made to do this, and it's just um, kakaiba yung feeling after. Promise, it's so worth it. But then again, even if you can't, it's the same thing naman. If you give birth anywhere, I'm sure you'll be proud of yourself and it's still an amazing achievement, no matter what talaga. I'm just talking about in relation to our situation now.
Yes, okay. Thank you. And also, Max also emphasized earlier the importance of consulting your OB? Because one of the questions po that we always get, Miss Max, is it an option for every prego? Ideal po siya, like Miss Max said, if number one, hindi po high risk ang pregnancy ninyo or if wala po kayong complications. And most importantly, if your OB says it's an option for you. Max's birthing story is her experience. And since iba-iba po ang childbirth experiences natin, it's always best to consult with your OB.
Yes, yes.
So, part nga po pala ito ng online event natin sa August 20. We will tackle this question with a doctor and a doula. So don't forget to go to the comment section. You will see the bookmark there, the pinned comment, para po makapag-register kayo. If you have more questions that would need a medical expert, dun po niyo siya pwedeng itanong. So I think we have one last question po, Ms. Max, before we proceed to the next questions from Mommy Gilda. Sorry, but did you have to buy your birthing pool?
Yes, I did. I did have to buy my birthing pool. But mura lang naman, honestly. I think also another misconception is some people, I've been getting messages on Instagram. People think that mahal manganak sa bahay. I don't know kung saan galing yun. I think that's a misconception. Mas mahal talaga manganak sa hospital as opposed to doing it at home. So an inflatable pool is what? Nasa mga 2,000, 2,500, or sometimes you can even borrow pools if you want to and then put plastic over it. So there are a lot of ways naman to. It doesn't have to be a big pool, it can be a small pool. So ayun.
Yun nga po yung follow-up question ni Mommy. Was that an inflatable pool? Lol.
Yes, it was an inflatable pool. Nilagay namin sa kwarto. Yeah.
Yan. So, Mommy Hilda, inflatable pool po siya and doesn't have to be the expensive kind. Ayan.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. Ito din po yung isa pang usual follow-up question, Miss Max. Hindi ba malulunod si baby paglabas po niya?
No, because baby's coming from water. So there's water inside your tummy, diba? And then it comes out, it's still in water. So it's actually a more gentle experience for the baby. Kasi, diba, paglabas niya, when he's exposed to air agad, it's very like, nakakagulat. The nice thing about having a water birth is dahan-dahan siya, pinapakilala or inintroduce sa mundo. So it's nice to see actually. And also, the baby isn't in the water for very long. Siyempre, paglabas niya, agad-agad siya tinatanggal sa tubig.
Yun din po yung another question nila. Hygienic po ba, lalo na paglabas ni baby sa yung quote-unquote dirty water daw po?
So, when you, like, di ba sa hospital, they ask you not to eat for a certain amount of time so that you don't poo, right? But the nice thing about home birth is that you're free to eat naman and poo if you want kasi walang problema na sa bahay ka naman. If you end up pooing in your water, kailangan talagang tanggalin agad yung poo as soon as possible. But if you want, and the baby doesn't stay in the water long anyway, but if you just want to make sure that you don't poo in the water, then try not to eat anything or pwede ka mag-labor outside of the water. Most of the time, I was laboring outside of the water. I'd be in and out also. So kung kailangan kong mag-CR, pwede rin ako mag-CR. So you always have that option. But no, baby won't be affected by the dirty water as long as you take it out agad, take out the poo agad, and take out the baby agad. Siyempre, hindi siya magsistay sa water naman agad.
And thank you so much. Very informative. I think na-overwhelm sila sa excitement when they're very, very curious how it's done po talaga from the very beginning to the end. Could you take us back to your delivery day? What was your day like? Simula po sa umpisa. Ano po yung mga naramdaman yung signs na it's time?
So, I woke up at 3:30 a.m. because I needed to poo, which is so weird kasi ang odd naman ng oras, di ba, para tumae. So anyway, so I pooed, and then after that I tried to go back to sleep, but then I had to poo again. So then as I was sitting on the toilet, sabi ko parang kakaiba na to, parang iba na yung nararamdaman ko. And then that's when my contractions started. So I have this app on my phone, a contraction app, and then I was monitoring the contractions, and then it said it's time for you to go to the hospital, and that's when I messaged my doula and my midwife. I think this is it. So she asked me, my doula asked, um, can you talk? I think that was her question, like how is your voice? And I said, parang very ano na eh, like I'm starting to moan out of pain from the contractions. And she said, okay, it's definitely the day. So so the whole time I was like just trying to deal with the contractions. They weren't so painful yet. And Pancho inflated the pool, got everything ready, and um, and once in a while he'd massage my back sa sakit. Then dumating na yung dula ko. By that time my water broke na, and I was more comfortable in the bathroom because it was all wet, so I would just go in and out of the shower and the floor and deal with my contractions. And then dumating na yung midwife ko, and when my midwife checked me I was fully dilated na daw. So um, she told me I can go into the water if I want to. So I went into the water and I didn't feel so much relief yet. I guess kasi hindi pa siya gano'n kainit. Yung water, hindi pa gano'n kainit. So, parang I wasn't that comfortable. So, I was just trying to deal with my contractions in the water. Um, and then eventually, parang wala pang progress. So medyo nanghina ako. And that's when I ate um, berries. I ate frozen berries for energy, and that gave me a lot of energy. It really helped, to be honest. So that's when I was able to keep pushing again. Because my midwife was saying I can start pushing. And then I got uncomfortable na sa water. I moved to the bed, started pushing on the bed, and then sabi ng dulang midwife ko, kailangan kong tumayo. Kasi parang yung angle ng ulo ng anak ko was like nakatabing siya or something, parang ganun, nakaside siya. So I had to stand up and start pushing so that we could find the proper position so he could come out. And then finally, we found the position that worked. Um, Parang nakasquat ako, and then hawak ko yung asawa ko sa likod, first strength. And then I was pushing, tapos sabi ng midwife ko, ito na, lalabas na siya. But I was thinking, if I push too hard, and I tear, sa sobrang sakit, baka hindi ko pa kayang i-push pa. So sabi ko, can we just move into the water so that the water will help me push? We moved into the water, and that's where I was able to push ng tuloy-tuloy. And I'm so thankful that we went back into the water because I didn't get a tear. And I'm sure it's because of the water. Kasi kung nasa land lang kami, I'm sure nag-rip open talaga.
Sobrang ang dami niya pong sobrang exciting niya, but at the same time it's scary, but at the same time personally I feel so proud of you for having that
Thank you.
calm and presence of mind, because well, some of my mommy friends are like, ano nangyayari? So
I
I
was like
admire
that. I was like, that's great. Ganun talaga. I
I
think
admire your calmness so much, and it's very, very inspiring po. Thank you so much for sharing it today with our viewers. I'm sure they're feeling more empowered sa pinagdaanan niyo po. I'm at a loss for words actually, because pregnancy for the longest time is very I admire, I love moms. I have a very, very deep love for moms, and I admire your strength, their strength, every mom's strength for bringing all of us into the world. So when I hear birthing stories, especially one as unique as yours, it's I'm always at a loss for words. Wow,
thank
grabe, ang galing ng ganun. Thank you so much po.
Thank you. Another thing I want to share, sorry, like the whole time I just kept telling myself that this too shall pass, that the pain will pass. And also because I'm just to keep my mind off of the pain, I chose a playlist na hindi senti. Kasi I mean, diba, like a lot of people like to choose spa music. I didn't
Yes.
choose spa music kasi I was reading a hypnobirthing book about um using something that you're comfortable with, like something na that relaxes you regularly. Kasi then iba yung ano sa'yo eh. Parang it's like it really calms your body down. So for me naman, I like French cafe music. So the whole time, I had like French cafe music playing in the background. So like dun lang talaga ako nag-focus sa katawan ko, sa music. And I just kept telling myself that this won't last forever. You know, eventually the pain will end.
When Sky was out na po, do you remember kung ano po yung ginawa nung birth team nyo? Who was in your birth team po, Miss Ma?
In my birth team was my doula, Irina Otmakova, and my midwife, Eileen Vinoya, and her assistant, Charm. And my husband was there. Yeah, kami lang yung nasa room. Kami lang talaga yung nasa room. And so after Sky came out, I still felt some pain. So I was like, ano yun? Ba't masakit pa rin? Yung pala, I didn't know this. I wasn't aware. You have to kind of give birth to the placenta, diba? It's gonna come out. So masakit din yun kasi medyo malaki. Well, for me anyway, medyo malaki yung placenta ko. So when it came out, that's when like the pain totally stopped, and my midwife checked me, and since I didn't have a tear, they didn't have to stitch me up because she was the one who's supposed to stitch me up. You don't need to go to the hospital for that. Kaya ng midwife yan. Um, and after that, I breastfed Sky, and then my husband cut the umbilical cord. So yeah, that was it.
You mentioned po na OB already. Since hindi nyo po kailangan ng stitches, did you need to go to the hospital po for postpartum checkup?
No na. My midwife came to visit me, and so did my doula. So when my midwife checked on me, she asked about the bleeding, and I think by that time, um, I wasn't bleeding as much anymore. And and then my doula gave me like a massage, like for my to check my stomach to see um, if there's any abnormalities, and wala naman. So yun. Basically, I had a very good recovery. Luckily, thank God.
Yes. I think we also have, meron po mga pasingit na questions, but let me see if we can read it now. About your delivery pa din po ito. Ito po from Mami Camille Oistinen from Facebook. How did you maintain the temperature of the water sa pool?
How did I maintain? You know, that was the job of my midwife and my doula. So they have heaters. So parang portable heater. They were in portable heater. I don't know what to call it. Portable heater. And so they would keep heating up water sa balde habang nasa pool ako. And they would like keep throwing the water in. So that's the how it kept warm. And hi, Camille. She's my friend. Thanks for asking.
Yan. Meron pa pong isa, Miss Max. Pag water birth po ba is the same as spontaneous normal vaginal delivery?
Yes, it is the same. It's just being done in water. Because spontaneous vaginal delivery is also with unmedicated, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's from Mommy Ken Asoy Suson of the Smart Parenting Village. Thank you po for that question.
Thank
We
you.
have a comment po from Miss Precious Encarnado. Very inspiring. Nakaka-inspire ang tapang ni Miss Max. Nakaka-proud po kayo. Watching while printing modules.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let's see. Okay. Sobrang bilis naman ng time. Syempre, we cannot allow you to go without asking you, kumusta po si Pancho throughout this entire journey? Apart from lurking po sa ating comment section.
Through the whole journey, you know, during labor, he was really supportive, and it felt like para na rin siyang nanganak sa sobrang hirap din na pinagdaanan niya. Kasi hirap na hirap siya to take care of everything, to um, to also massage me for 10 hours. and yun, just very grabe lang yung respect ko sa kanya na nagawa niya yon, because not all partners are very supportive when it comes to labor, diba? So yeah, it's very nice to have someone to support you when you give birth. But anyway, throughout the entire journey, he's been very hands-on uh, with Sky, and that's what we're trying to do, is be very hands-on with our son and spend quality time with him ngayon na lockdown pa rin tayo. So it's good that we get to bond with him as much as possible.
Kumusta po siya during the entire birthing process po?
Deep inside, nataranta siya, but he tried to be calm. Kasi sinabi ko sa kanya, if you're going to, kung matataranta ka sa harapan ko, mahihirapan ako. So if you have any, like, can you just be calm? Because I need you to be calm and I know what I'm doing. So, because part of him wanted to just send me to the hospital. Kasi nakita niya na nahirapan ako. So sabi niya, sige, tigilan na natin to. Let's go to the hospital. But that's why I tried to be so positive so that he wouldn't get worried. So yeah, he was very supportive the whole time.
Oh, that's so sweet. We have another message po from Miss Mardine de Los Santos. Hi, Max. Kudos to you and your hobby. How do you manage your schedule day by day? And do you have a nanny, or is it only you and Pancho taking care of the baby?
So day by day, in the beginning it was really difficult kasi kami lang talaga. I didn't ask for help. I didn't want help because may pagka-possessive mother syndrome ata ako. So I didn't want anyone to help me, and medyo nabaliw ako kasi mahirap talaga if you're 24/7, 'di ba, nakadikit siya sa boobs mo and feeding. It's a little draining. So day by day, as happy as each day was, it was also more and more draining. So that's finally when I decided to ask for help. So we do have a helper na who takes care of Sky in the morning so I can sleep. Kasi pag madaling araw, hindi natutulog yung anak ko. So hindi rin ako natutulog. So that's why I really decided to ask for help. And I think that just putting it out there for other moms, like, it's not bad to ask for help when you're going through something. You shouldn't be so proud. Don't be proud like me. And be willing to accept help. Just like with my milk supply. There was a time when I had a hard time um, producing enough milk because my son was always hungry. Even though sinusuka niya yung milk, gusto pa rin niya kumain. So I really didn't have enough milk to supply his demand. And so I had friends that gave me milk, and I'm so thankful for them. And it's just nice if we mothers support each other. And yeah, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yes, we always tell moms to ask for help, but somehow when celebrities and real moms like you tell them to ask for help, they feel more empowered to do that. You mentioned po your breastfeeding journey. Ano pa po apart from the milk supply, yung mga challenges na naranasan ninyo?
I had mastitis. Ang sakit pala ng mastitis, no?
I
Because
think
it's,
I saw that po sa Instagram post nyo.
yeah, it's like namula siya, and then I got chills, and I felt like I was gonna get a fever. So I took paracetamol, and then I tried to keep pumping and then have my baby feed also. Um, and yeah, sobrang sakit nun. And massage, syempre. But still, it was hard. And ano pa? Um, just just keeping up with the milk supply is a bit difficult also, but a lot of moms gave me advice, like, kailangan regular yung pumping time para masanay yung katawan. Then kailangan syempre healthy tayo, more, like everyone says, more malunggay, more lactation um, spreads, more oats, all of the things that help with your milk supply, like mushrooms, all of those things are online naman. So that helped me. I would just take lots and lots of malunggay pills and sabaw, 'di ba? Mainit na sabaw, and hot compress. That's it. And mano-mano lang talaga. It's very difficult to um to breastfeed. So hangang-hanga ako sa mga moms out there who have been breastfeeding their kids for such a long time. Kasi mahirap talaga.
This question po is from me out of because I also want to put it out there. There's a lot of pressure to breastfeed, and in some cases, may hindi po siya possible to other moms. How do you related to that? Paano niyo po mini-make sure na your mental health is also healthy or okay din po yung mental health ninyo?
I think as moms, we always want to be perfect, diba, for our kids, and we feel like we're letting them down. When pag hindi tayo nakaka-produce ng enough milk, because that's how I felt. But honestly, my mom, when she gave birth to me, I was formula fed because I'm premature. So she didn't have time to. She wasn't able to create the supply, and and I turned out okay naman, I think. So really, as moms in this pandemic now, let's try not to put so much or more pressure on ourselves because it's already hard as it is to be a mom, and then we want to do everything perfect pa. So I even considered supplementing formula for my son. Because I was thinking if I can't get milk from other people or if I'm not sure if the milk is safe, then maybe I should just use formula. But it really was an option. And I think that there's nothing wrong with having other options and to be kind to ourselves kasi hindi natin kaya maging perfect, diba? So it's easier the sooner we accept that we're not perfect, the easier it is to come up with a solution.
Thank you so much po. I always want the moms po to feel na you're okay, you're doing okay. Thank you so much po, Miss Ma'am.
Thank you.
I think we have one last question and this always pops up. Sino daw po nakaisip ng pangalan na Sky Anakin? Is it, tama po ba na galing po siya sa Star Wars?
Star Wars, yeah. Kasi fan yung asawa ko ng Star Wars. So, naisip niya yung Anakin. Well, actually, we thought of it together with my brother. Like, we thought, oh, it's a nice name. Anakin's a nice name. And then, Pancho said, what about like Anakin Skywalker? Sabi ko, grabe naman. Then Star Wars talaga, like, nakatatak sa kanya forever. So I said, what about Anakin Sky? Sky sounds nice. And then later on, I was thinking, ano ba yung meaning ng Sky, ng Anakin? It means warrior. Thanks to George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, diba? So I was like, that's not a good enough meaning for me. So the sky kasi, diba, God created the sky. So I thought that would be a nicer name, more meaningful, kumbaga. So I decided Sky would be the first, and then he could have Anakin as a second.
Oh, that's very beautiful. We've had a lot of moms ask, saan po nang galing yung Star Wars fan po ba kayo?
Yeah.
Speaking of
Star
your
Wars.
husband po, Miss Max, eto na po yung last question natin. How do you
Yes.
keep Pancho involved now that ikaw lang ang nakakapag-breastfeed kay Sky? So, paano po yung exchange or...
Yung dynamic namin. Siya yung nagbe-burp. Siya yung nagpapa-burp. So that's his thing. If after I'll feed Sky, I'll ipapasa ko siya sa kanya and then siya yung magpapa-burp. Or I'll give him, magpapamp ako, I'll give him milk and then siya yung bahala kay Sky. So I can have some me time. Because honestly, nakakabaliw din kung wala tayong me time, di ba? Kasi nakaka-drain talaga. And syempre may postpartum depression din ng mga mothers. So if your partner isn't helping, it's kind of difficult. So thankfully, he helps naman as much as he can.
Approve naman po ba kayo sa burping skills niya?
Oo naman. Pasado naman. Pasado naman.
Thank you so much po. Sobrang
Thank you.
cute. Ayan. So, thank you so much and para na rin po siyang mini webinar. Sobrang informative po at marami po kaming natutunan at sobrang na-inspire din po kami sa inyo. Sobrang eye-opening sabi nga po ng ating mga viewers ngayon. Ayan. Puro thank you. Maraming salamat. Thank you for sharing. Gandang-ganda talaga ako sa'yo ever since. Sabi ni Mami Aimee Andulana. Kanino po ba? Kay Max o sa akin po?
Sa ating dalawa.
Yeah. Ay, nakalagay naman po pala. Thank you, Max, for sharing. Gandang-ganda na talaga ako sa'yo ever since.
Ay, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Now, we also want to remind our viewers, please trust your doctor, but it doesn't mean that you cannot ask questions. The key is to ask questions. Do not be afraid. There are no stupid questions pagdating po sa wellness natin bilang mga nanay. Okay lang pong magtanong. Kung hindi po kayo masaya or hindi po kayo confident sa sinasabi ng inyong doktor, feel free to ask your fellow moms for doctors na nire-recommenda nila.
Yeah.
So, if there's anyone you would like to thank po pala or give a special shout out to Miss Max before we end our afternoon chismisan.
Well, thank you, Smart Parenting, and everybody that tuned in. Thank you so much. I just want to say na, give last pieces of advice lang na, make sure that you educate yourself because syempre knowledge is power and that will lessen the fear. And also be optimistic always, no matter what happens. Be flexible sa inyong birth plan. And also, ano pa, I have a list here kasi. Okay,
Go
so yun nga, try to enjoy the process and don't be afraid to ask questions. Last na, trust your instincts always and do what you feel is best for you and your baby. Because even if some people don't agree, I mean, basta mag-agree yung OB mo, then do what you feel is best for you and your baby. Don't listen so much to other people.
That's very, very nice po. Maraming salamat. And I think more than the medical advice from our doctors, pag malakas ang loob natin, couple that with the right information po talaga, possible po yung mga ganitong klase ng
Yes.
Maraming salamat po. Thank you for joining us today, Miss Max
Thank you.
Collins. Maraming salamat. To our viewers, maraming salamat din po sa inyong lahat na nanood, nagpadala ng well wishes at pasasalamat kay Miss Max Collins. Maraming salamat po for watching. Bookmark our social media pages and hit the bell button para po ma-notify kayo sa lahat ng aming mga new videos and new content. See you again soon. Magandang hapon po.